Hello, my name is Andy King. About 8 weeks ago, age 63, my right arm, my dominant right arm, was amputated due to cancer. Before that, I like to think that I'd become quite a good amateur woodworker, and I'd certainly spent lots of money on tools and equipment to allow me to do that. I'd like to continue to do it, and I thought I'd make a series of videos so that you can witness me doing that and possibly spot the occasional disaster. So in the first film I thought I'd introduce you to my workshop, which is a large shed at the bottom of my garden, and I built it a few years ago. It's very well insulated so that I can work here throughout the year if I want to, without getting too cold. So everything where I can in my workshop is on wheels so that I can move it around according to what I'm doing. So this is my sharpening centre with drawers full of bits and pieces for sharpening up chisels and so on and so forth. I shall find out how well I get on with that and do a video to show you. Up on the wall here I have set a place where I can sit and doodle if I want to. Not sure how I'm going to get on with that either. And then up above it is my list of jobs that need doing, and well, just somewhere to keep stuff really like that. Again, you can see my left-handed writing isn't particularly brilliant. A matter of months before I lost my arm, I'd bought myself a new circular saw bench to replace the sight saw which I've managed with up to now. It's going to be interesting to see how well I can manage this. I do know I can use it. I have plenty of storage for bits and pieces of timber. I probably, like everyone, keep far too much because you never know when it's going to come in handy. And then all the cupboards at the back of the workshop here are stuffed full of various bits of hardware and tools and things which I can't bring myself to throw away. This is my planing station, another trolley with lockable wheels with the thicknesser on the top, and then down below a little jointer and a hand plane, and again it's going to be an adventure to see how well I get on with those with only one hand. I have a nice little bandsaw, Coronet Imp, made in Britain many years ago, which is really handy for small work, and I can pull this out and move it to wherever I want it to accommodate bigger stuff. And down below it is a cupboard which is full of router bits and pieces. So I have a selection of routers from my nice Bosch 900, the Axminster one which is fitted into the table, router table that I made myself years ago. And I've also, in the back there somewhere, recently bought a little one-handed router which I imagine is going to be the most useful one I've got. I can't see me managing the Goff 900 again. Here's my adjustable mitre saw, again quite useful. I've already had a go with that, so I know I can manage that one. And fairly ancient now sanding disc and belt. Sanding is going to be increasingly important, I think, in the work I do. This is my little tummy vise. I'll tell you about that in another video. And then up above we move into the hand tool department. So there's a nice set of mortising chisels there. My hand tool cupboard, full of all the usual stuff. Lots of really nice planes in there. They're going to be interesting. We'll have a session with them at some point. And lots of chisels, and then over the top of the workbench as many cramps and clamps as I can muster, and then down to the workbench itself with the mini workbench on top. That's a lifesaver, really useful when you're doing small work. This is my bench drill, some antiquity about that, a very old machine. and next to it a grinder and a number of metalworking tools on the wall there, and more stuff down below. And then at the other end of the shed, I share this shed of course with my wife, who does most of our gardening, so lots of gardening tools and equipment on the end there, various bits and pieces. See my sharpening centre coming back in. Just occasionally the border between the two departments is disputed, but we never come to blows over it. So there you go, there's my workshop, and I thought I'd finish off this film with a little bit of film of the very first thing I made after I got out of hospital using just one arm. I was really worried about how I would be able to pour bottled beer sensibly. So whilst I was in hospital I worked out how to do it, what to make to achieve it, and as soon as I got out I made it, and you can see this in action now. I expect to remake it at some point. It's a bit rough and ready, but it does the job, believe me. Thanks for watching.